May 27, 2021. This the AC is not working. So she wants me to check that also. See what's going on with the AC. Miss Molly is working again, y'all. For a unit. So it's oil fired. It's an oil fired furnace with an A coil on the top. Yeah, that's an old one. An old cap and tube probably.
Now all this
Model number, it's got to be a 4-ton.
just to show you how my son is.
And he said he changed the filter back here?
The filter has not been replaced 100%. He cleans it when he comes to it.
Okay, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, alright. It's a washable one. That's back in. That'll be good enough. Check it. I'll check it outside before we start it up. Make sure. So it's not running, or as far as you know, it don't run?
Well, he said everything ran, but it didn't give any cold air.
Okay. So let me see what's going on with it outside before I even start it up.
Alright.
It's a Goodman unit out there.
Now, what is...
Just to keep the leaves out.
Then I read in the Yankee magazine, you don't wrap these up, you just put a cover on them.
Put a piece of wood over it.
Yeah.
You want to keep the leaves out of the top. So now if you wrap it, turn it into like a greenhouse. If it sweats, it's going to sweat in there and it could rot it. So if you put a board on the top with a big block, it's just to keep the leaves out. The rest of it doesn't matter because it wants to breathe. Okay. So these people wrap them, and next thing you know, they're sweating and they're starting to rot because it turns into like a greenhouse. Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's what the magazine said. And I read it another time by someone else. So I just wanted to verify that.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was you. I just...
I was doing the right thing. Do you know why all this is here?
I have no idea what all the tape's about.
Well, the people who own this house must have had a hose thing over here, holder. So there were holes. So I was out here last week.
They were cold?
Holes. You know, so a thing to hold the hose. I don't know what a wasp looks like. So I went to wave it.
A wasp is like a black hornet, you know?
So I don't know. And then another one.
Let's see if it starts. No, the compressor didn't start. Just the fan. Alright, so let's check the capacitor. The compressor didn't start. Just the fan started. So the yellow one's the capacitor. Pop that off and we'll check it. I don't really wanna play around with that, to be honest with you. I'll have to shut the power off here.
Same thing here.
The yellow one.
The other day I found a baby snake in the garage.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Right in the corner. That's why I got all the tape here too. I don't know how it got in. He was stuck on the the mice pad.
A baby snake.
Well, it was curled up on the pad.
Yeah.
It was still alive. But it was
Them
stuck.
suckers remind me of my ex-wife, them snakes.
Well, I don't like any animal. No cats,
I'm
no
bad,
dogs,
huh?
no birds, no cats.
I'm dead. Alright, let's see if we got any microfarads here.
Now, did you remarry?
You didn't get my joke, did you? No.
Did you remarry? No.
No, only once.
So that must have been the problems you were having when we first met.
I don't know, maybe.
Well, you do work.
39F. So it's a 40, so that's good. Might have a bad burnt wire. Might have a burnt wire there. I can see 2 wires hanging down in the middle of the flipping air. That's what the problem is. I can see 2 wires hanging down. We got to pull this cover off this thing. I got the power off. There's 2 wires that are fried on that thing.
Okay.
So maybe we could pull it off and fix the wires. I can see them hanging and flopping in the wind down there, so they're not connected. So the compressor's not starting because of that, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So maybe, just maybe, it'd be an easy fix for you. And,
Now, if you were installing a new heating system in the house, what would you install? Do you not do that?
I do, yeah. That's oil. That's an oil furnace you got down
There's
there.
no choice around here.
Huh?
On these 4 streets, there's no choice. We're
No
all
choice?
Oil. Except if you're on the corner. Because there's gas on Hicksville Road.
Yeah, so you got oil. I mean, you'd have to
There's
put an
oil.
oil-fired furnace in there. That's can be done. You probably need heat and air both.
That's
You know?
what it is.
Because this AC's old.
But what make would you install? And would it be the one recommended by the state?
No, I wouldn't go. I don't know. You want to go high efficiency? I probably wouldn't. I like to keep things simple. You ever hear that saying, keep things simple? You ever hear that saying?
Yeah.
Keep things simple. Less headaches and everything. Alright, so we're going to have to pull this fan out. Might as well take these wires right out of here.
Oh, okay.
And flipping hot out here, no?
It gets 100 degrees out here in the afternoon when the sun hits that thermometer on the fence over there.
It's pretty hot out here now.
And in the morning, it's hot over here.
I'm going to take this top right off and get this fan out of here and see if we can get in there and do
My
a...
son keeps his house very, very cold. In April, he's already running the air conditioning. The kids slept in 55 degree, well, he grew up in a 55-degree bedroom, but his house, the heat's turned down at night.
Alright, we're going to just take this top off and...
You need my help for that, no?
Well, alright. Yeah, so we're going to start and we're going to run there. One of them's kind of chooched. That start, I should be able to put another connector on there, maybe. So what I did was I put a flag connector on one, and then I took a blue connector and I cut it, and I fit it, and it's jammed in there on a straight plug. Because that one, I've done that before, the yellow connector, and it's held. So we're gonna try it. It should work, hopefully. It's in there good. This is way in there, jammed in there, and this is jammed in. Put it in there with pliers. That should work. Get this thing back together and try it. Not the ideal setup, but it is what it is. I reattached the wires. And I did clean inside there with my hands the best I could. Scoop the shit out. Let's see if it starts. It really needs a new system here, but... We'll see if it starts. What do you think? I think it's gonna start. I'll have her turn it on inside and hit the brake. Hello? AC?
Yeah.
Turn on it. You know how to turn it on? Turn it on cooling and turn it down so it runs, and I'll check it outside. I attached the wires the best I could to the compressor.
We'll see. When I come here from Chicago, I didn't even know how to turn the heat on.
You want me to turn it on?
Yeah.
All right. I tried my best to connect those wires back because one of the spades was broken, like the blade was broken off, so it might work, it might not. I'm not guaranteeing it. We're going to find out right now. Let me see. All right, we'll put on cooling. And we'll turn it down. It's pretty cool in here, and I got to hit the breaker outside or she should fire. Hopefully. We'll find out. That blue connector was on there pretty tight, so we'll see. Houston, we have ignition. We'll put the gauges on, we'll see what we're doing. We're nice and hot coming, well, pretty warm coming out. Yeah, this is nice and chilled. That's definitely cool right there. Let's say the charge is probably close. Wants to come down.
Kitchen and in the other room.
Feel the heat coming out the top here. Feel it, how it's nice and warm. Charge is going to be close. Charge looks pretty good for the charge. I mean, let's give it a minute, but I think the charge is still good. You got lucky.
Yeah.
For now, you're going to need a new system though. You know, a new furnace and a new air conditioning system, you know.
The way it's connected, it even goes with the air conditioning, or should it be separate?
No, it's they use the fan from the furnace for the air conditioning. So it's a coil that sits on top of the furnace, and they're only using the fan in the furnace on the AC side.
Okay. So now, with the installation of something new, you go with the same thing?
Gotta go with an oil-fired furnace.
Yeah.
With a coil on top, with a new condenser outside.
Oh,
so you'd have heating and cooling.
Okay.
You know, leave all the ductwork the way it is. Alright, so this is looking good. We're 16 on the superheat. And 60's kind of low, but I mean, it's an old beast. So it's still working. Ain't that a bitch? It's a Goodman. It's an old Goodman. She's still running. That's something, huh? What year? 1970, so that's 30, that's 50, 30, 51 years. Is it that old? It can't be. The AC wasn't that. The AC was added after. Had to be. Yeah, so it had no 50. Yeah, the furnace is 50 years old, but this thing's not 50. I think it's a 99. I think it might be, it looks like a 99. 1999. 1999, so it's 22 years old. No leaks. Ain't that crazy? Can't stop a Goodman. Oh man, you can't stop a good one. Alright, so we're good here with the superheat, and we're fine. You got a garden hose? I'll hit this coil on the way out. She is a little dirty. You got a guy? I got a hose. I'll hit it on the way out. Needs a good cleaning, and a subcooling will come down. It's a little dirty. You can see the dirt in there. We gotta hit it with a hose on the way out. Good. I did pull the leaves out. It's pretty quiet. You pick up my tools and hit it with a hose. This is a little lower than I like to see right here. That's right around freezing. But it should be okay. It's not that warm in the house. It's only 65 in the house, so good enough. She's a leaner. She's running though. Alright, let me show you how to operate that thermostat so you know. This way here you know how to operate it. Yeah, it's definitely cooling down in here. It's only 65 in the house, so that's why the suction pressure was low. Yeah, so, well, it's 68 in here. So you don't want to go no lower than 70. Or over here on the side,
Yeah.
see it says cooling?
Yeah.
If you put it to off, nothing works.
Okay.
Then you put it to heat for heat to work.
Okay.
So if it's on heat, like right now it's off, nothing's going to run.
I turned it off the other day.
Okay, so if you want cooling, you have to turn it to cooling.
Yeah.
And then turn this to what you want. But this was set pretty low. I mean, I want to go no lower than 70. See it? Don't want to go no lower than 70 with the AC.
Okay.
I mean, right now it's 60, 66, 67 in here. Do you want me to leave it off?
No, because he's coming in
All right,
tomorrow.
leave it on a cooling. But if you want heat in the middle of the night, you got to switch this over to heat.
I grew up in a 50-degree house, a cold stove.
No, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want you calling me in the middle of the night. I got no heat. I'm explaining it to you now.
No.
So we got cooling.
It's going back to
All
heat
right,
it off.
we got cooling. We got off. And then we got heat. You got to do this manually.
Right.
Okay? And over here it says fan on and fan automatic. If you go to on fan automatic, the fan will come on when the system runs. If you go to on fan on, the fan downstairs will run all the time. So leave it on automatic.
Okay.
I'm going to hose out the outside unit. So right now we're on cooling, and I got it set for 70. So you want me to go higher, or you're good with 70?
70's good. I wouldn't let the house get cool for the weekend.
It's going to stay, actually, why don't we go to 72 so you're not too cold at night.
Now, is it good for me to...
72 to 74 is air conditioning design temperatures. But you can go as low as 70, but it's designed between 72 and 74. When they design the air conditioning, they design it to run in them levels, in them temperatures. Okay, so I'll leave it at 72. Tell your son not to turn it down no lower than 70. I'll clean that outside coil and I'll get you a slip.
Okay, so what is your opinion of me not letting it run all the time?
That's fine. You can leave it running all the time. What do you mean, what's my opinion of it?
Well, like I said...
If you're cheap and you don't want to spend the money, shut it off. Open the windows. If you want it nice and cool and dry, leave it on. It'll cycle on and off and it'll pull the humidity out and it'll keep the house dry. You know the humidity? The air conditioner is going to pull that humidity out of the air where it's damp, humid. If you don't run it, you can't get the humidity out. So that's why if you leave it set at 72, let it cycle on and off, it'll keep the humidity out of the house and you'll be comfortable. Some people are tighter than 2 coats of paint. They don't want to spend the electric. So they open the windows.
Oh, well, I never opened the windows. It was cool.
Oh, you got a bug there. A bug is a piece of... All right. So let me finish my job here, and I'll be on my way.
I got a hose when I don't have the...
I got the sprayer in my head, in my truck, yeah. You're gonna get right in there and clean them fins out. I don't want to blast you, but you want to get right in there and clean the dirt out of them fins. Don't look dirty, but it's dirty in there. I'm gonna go around and give this thing a good how you doing before I leave, and that should drop our subcooling down if we clean them fins out. You can use coil cleaner, but this is good. I don't want to get you guys all wet, but alright, let me just get you a slip. I'll give it a good hosing, good cleaning. ready to go. Like I just left that job. I've done that one other time with those straight connectors on the compressor, a couple of times I think, and I've had pretty good luck putting them on. You got to get them on there real tight. You got to get like a smaller wire crimper that you got to kind of really push on there and work it on with a pair of pliers. I've done that before and it has worked. I had a friend of mine that did that too.
Turn right on Hicksville Road.
I think like 8 years ago, and it's still working. Goes on a rud system. So I've only done that a couple of times and I got in the jam. I told the lady, I mean, it's like, I don't know how long it's gonna last. It might last, it might not. The best I could do. At least I got her AC running. She really needs a new system over there, but
End of the street. Turn right.
do what I can for people. Now, I'm not no expert. He's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. Goodman system, 22 years old, not leaking. There you go. Can't stop a Goodman. It's hard to stop a Goodman, Mama. Oh man, Mr. Grinch. He loves the Goodmans. Mr. Grinch loves the Goodmans. Never a dull moment, Molly. Never a dull moment, I know it. It's not easy being cheesy.